What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Today, we are at the theater for our spoiler-free review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I, for one, pretty fired up. What about you guys?
Sorry, I was about to scream like a little girl. I am super duper fired up. Guys, I brought my theater marshmallows because normal people do that, right? They bring an entire bag of marshmallows to eat at the theater. But
Everyone does.
I am super excited for this. I grew up loving Ghostbusters, watched both movies multiple times, had it on VHS tape, wore the tapes out, had the toys, had
both
the, you know, so I like it. Both movies, yeah. Well, okay. You know what I mean, because this supposedly follows the original story set forth in the first two movies. So, yeah, huge fan of those. The humor of 2016 didn't quite do it for me, but, you know, hey, to each their own. I'm not knocking the movie itself. I have heard mixed reviews about this one, but I'm still super duper pumped, so I'm looking forward to it.
Me? I'm the same as him. I don't know what these other movies are that are outside the first two. I haven't even actually seen them. So I am excited about this. I'm not as big a Ghostbusters fan as you are. Look at this guy. But you know, I think it'll be just as good as the first two. That's what I'm hoping for.
You know, the son wrote it, he directed it. I think he's got the same sort of sensibilities as his dad.
Jason Reitman,
I think it's going to hit all the right points. I think it's going to be definitely, you know, the only thing I'm worried about, if they do too much fan service, it could kind of bog it down a little bit. But hey, we've got to see it before we can tell you what it is. So we're going to head in there and we'll see you after the movie. Right, we just got out of the theater. What did you guys think?
I want to go to Doug first.
Oh, all right. Well, it was really good. I really, really liked it. Give me a minute. I need to...
That's why I wanted to go to Doug first.
Come back to me.
We're going back to Doug. I thought out of the three movies I mentioned beforehand, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and this one, I'd probably rate this one, I rated the third. It had a very similar plot to the first movie.
Well, the ending was very similar. How they structured the ending of the first 1984 and how they did this. The beginning was its own thing, and it was interesting, and they did a good job.
Excellent. It wasn't a lot of action. It was kind of slow, but it wasn't at the point where you would notice how slow it was. You know, I mean, as far as action goes, they were developing the story. It all worked, and then it just, for me, it just hit a certain point where it just started getting more and more convoluted.
Well, and there was a lot of parallels to the 1984 film with the ending. You know, Doug and I think both, and maybe Dave, all thought Force Awakens. They were trying so hard to bridge the gap between the fans from '84 until now, but that didn't ruin it for me. I still really enjoyed the film. I thought they did a good job. I'm glad they made this movie. I hope it does well so they make a sequel. And, I mean, overall, I think you should go see it. If you enjoyed the first films, I think this was a lot closer to it than the 2016 film.
Well, let me ask you this. We spoke about the idea of there being fan service. What did you guys think? They do it right in this movie?
I think so.
At times. I think it was half and half.
Okay.
I think the only thing that I didn't really like about fan service was the mini Stay Puft guys. I thought that was just kind of a little too cute and a little
overkill.
Yeah.
Lasted too long.
So, I guess my initial thought was I wasn't entirely sure, like, how that fit into the grand scheme of things. Like, I don't want to get into too much of, like, you know, what that was compared to. Right. I don't want to get into, like, what that was in the 1984 film. But, you know, it was, you could tell it was definitely for, hey, people will recognize this, number one. Because, like, you know, what's one of the most recognizable characters from Ghostbusters is either that or Slimer. So it was, let's do something recognizable. Also, this is cute and horrific at the same time. That's like kind of what they're going for, comedy and horror.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, the only thing negative I have to say about this film is the guy sitting behind us who was laughing so loud and repeating every line of the movie. Seriously, PSA. If you're in a movie, don't talk the whole movie.
That dude was enjoying it.
No,
so much.
He was ruining the jokes for me because he was laughing so hard I couldn't laugh at all.
I was happy he had fun, but I kept like, dude.
I was like, come on, a little over the top, but it's cool. It's cool. He had fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we thought. If you've seen it, let us know in the comments down below what you guys thought. If you haven't seen it, go see it, and then leave a comment down below, and we will see you next time at Not Your Status Quo.